Illiteracy, believe it or not, is still an issue in America to this day. According to a study done by the U.S. Department of Education and the National Institute for Literacy, 32 million of adults in America cannot read beyond the 5th grade level, and 19% of all high school graduates cannot read at all. Other studies have also shown that students who cannot read proficiently by 4th grade are 2/3 of them are very likely to end up in jail and on or welfare. And students who cannot read proficiently by 3rd grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of school. This is especially prominent in low-income families, from which 4 in 10 American children come from. In their communities, homes, and schools, there is a lack of books and educational resources, which often puts them behind their more affluent peers when it comes to education, and oftentimes they can never catch up to them. That is where First Book comes in. First Book introduces younger children to books at a younger age so that they develop an appreciation for education, learning, and reading. First Book started in 1992 when Kylie Simmer, who at that time was working at a soup kitchen in Washington, D.C., realized that most of the kids that she was working with did not have access to books. So she set out with 2 of her friends to find a market-driven solution for this problem. So she established First Book. And so far, 20 plus years later, First Book has been able to start many kids in their educational journey. First Book has 2 venues through which they give out their books. The first venue is the First Book Marketplace. The First Book Marketplace is an online bookstore where schools and community programs can obtain books at a much lower price than the retail price, usually 50 to 90%. This allows schools and community programs that normally would never be able to afford high-quality books for their kids access to these books. The second venue is the National Book Bank. Publishers each year have several books that go unread because they are unable to sell them, and programs and schools each year are unable to reach all the students because they lack the books needed to teach the classes and educate them. So the National Book Bank is a good solution. The National Book Bank enables publishers to donate their excess inventory to programs and schools that need them, and the programs and schools are able to receive them free of charge as long as they are eligible, which means that they usually cater to a population of students that is made up of 70% kids that come from low-income families or that come from a military background. And all these books that are used for these 2 venues are donated by publishers, or they are purchased through monetary donations done by individuals and organizations such as Disney, KPMG, and Target. To date, First Book has donated more than 125 million books to children in need, and they have also established the largest and fastest growing network of schools, programs that enable children to take advantage of these books. And this network is currently 160,000 strong and is growing by 6,000 each month throughout all of the US and Canada. Through their network, they have been able to improve the interest of younger children in reading and in learning. They have also been referred to in several case studies done by top MBA programs such as those at Stanford and Yale. First Book has been able to accomplish this by being very frugal and efficient with all the resources they are giving, channeling 97% of all the revenue they receive straight towards furthering their goals and programs. Clearly, First Book is making a difference, but it is still not enough to solve the problem of illiteracy. However, by making a donation, you can help bring down this greatest wall to literacy, the lack of access to books. By making a simple donation of $10, you can provide a child in need with 4 new books. Owning a book can make the difference between a child choosing to continue in a path to a higher education or deciding against it. So please consider making a donation. Thank you for your time.